Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all waking up to a beautiful October 22nd. Wherever you're at, I hope it's sun streaming in on the day and good things are kind of moving along. Really just a quick 2 bits to ramble on. One part of it being a topic of astrological concern, the other being more a topic of encouragement and coaching towards good encouragements. It's about 12:04 in the morning right now. I'm just crawling home. Had an interesting night. Things kind of moving around in some people's lives and just making things a little bit intense. And with it kind of getting into the darker seasons and everything else, I just want to, before I park and get started really on my ramble here, I just want to remind everybody that if you're feeling a little bit out of sorts, out of place, if things are feeling just a little bit glum, a little bit dark, feel free to reach out, shoot a message my way. There's always resources in and around every city, every province, every state, every location. Every place is people available that can just help you through talking, being available. If you don't know the resources in your area, shoot me a message. I can absolutely help you track them down, get to some of the best ones possible. And I'm just pulling into my docking spot here. And we're going to take 5 minutes so I can chat you up on a thing or two here. So, October 22nd's big thing is that it is the first day of Scorpio season. That is to say, the sun moves into Scorpio, I believe it's 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which if you've been trying to book reading with me, you know how much I hate time zones right now. But I might just start moving everything to Pacific time, because that'd be 6 p.m. 6 p.m.? No, I'm going the wrong direction now. That would be 4 p.m. Pacific time. And with Scorpio kind of coming into play, what we get is a little bit more of hi everybody, a little bit more energy towards deep mysteries, deep feelings, deep emotions, those darker things coming up to the surface and bubbling up a little bit more. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, just it can sometimes be a bit overwhelming of a thing. It's not easy to have to deal with some of your deepest, darkest secret self. And so as we've been trying to be patient through Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde, take some time at the beginning to really sit and get a feel for yourself and assess for yourself. Take a look too at what you're putting into yourself. What are you doing to give yourself a little bit of a lift through social interaction or expression through arts or crafts, or perhaps exercise, physical fitness being a good point to recharge yourself a little bit. Scorpio season, you really need to find your plugins, and it's great because it starts us off really well with Thanksgiving, just a little bit behind for Canadians, and just after for the Americans. Halloween, which is a huge boost for most of us, it's right into our childhood nature. It just creates such a good oomph right out of the get-go. It's supposed to help inspire us into surviving into the winter, but that's still a couple months away, so it's habits built now that are going to help you to secure your winter in a more healthy and better fashion for yourself. Now, that all said, I believe that's going to happen about 4 p.m. Pacific time, and just kind of keep the feels through transitions on what you can hold on best with yourself. Take that assessment time for yourself. Figure out what it's going to be like for the winter. It's fun. Scorpio's good for getting into some of the secret taboos as well. I don't want to get into that so much on a ramble, because that's going to take too much of my time. But remember that it's getting into the deepest parts of ourselves. That's a lot of fun, forbidden stuff sometimes. And sometimes it's a lot of emotional stuff. Sometimes it's a lot of thinking stuff. You got to take time to think it through. One thing that's important to remember with thought process, though, is how you talk to yourself is quite often how you'll think to yourself. Had a run-in tonight, a random chance encounter, a possible opportunity to mingle with the variables, where an individual said, "I don't like my smile, do it again." And that triggered something in me. Now, triggered Nick's dangerous Nick, but whatever. I had to say something. So I said, "Don't talk to yourself that way." They said, "Oh no, you're right, thank you." And I had to insist. I had to make sure a point was given, and I had to ask for a promise. And the point I made was, when you talk to yourself, you open it up that other things can talk to you that way, and that's dangerous. In a social level, that means that your friends can then rag on you. In a family level, that means then people can then run all over you. In a spiritual level, that means spirits can start talking to you maliciously and you'll accept it as you just talking to yourself. And there is the final straw for your soul. If you start talking to yourself in that way, it tears you guys right down. Promise you. Promise you. Now, this is a hard one to really grow through and evolve past. It's like chewing your fingernails sometimes. It's really hard to break those old habits, but especially going into the winter time, don't talk to yourselves in ways where you're dragging yourself down, punching yourself, and hurting yourself. You've got enough going on each day and every day. You don't need to make an enemy of yourself as well, too. So today, as we're going into Scorpio season and dealing with all these retrogrades, what I want you to do is think about what makes you happy to be you. What makes you comfortable in being you? What makes you satisfied with you? Joyous with you. Cheer yourself on. Find those things that you like to do and that you do well, and use those as words of encouragement for yourself throughout this day. Make yourself a little bit of ball of sunshine so you can get some brightness. Because my best thing about you guys is just how much you interact. The chat boxes that go up on my chat feed's great, because half the time I'm trying to get through my readings, and at the same time I'm stuck having a hard time not diving into conversations with you guys as you dive into conversations with each other. You guys' interactivity is great, and I love that communication. I know you're all superstars who are getting involved in things, and I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me when you do. That's my cheer on for you guys and my encouragement for you every day. Be there and be involved, because you do it beautifully. That said, though, I might not be doing, I'm not doing Tarot Thursday today, let's be honest. I'll put up something different for everybody, just be as apology, but I know exactly what I'll do. Yes, I got a plan. So I'll take care of it, but there won't be any Tarot Thursday today. But take this transition day to you and enjoy it. Satisfy yourself with it by cheering yourself on, encouraging yourself, and thinking, how can I keep that energy alive all winter long? Much love to you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope I actually remember to post this before you all wake up, and we'll see how it goes from there. But take care, be well, be safe, be blessed, and I'll talk to you all again soon.